Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. In today's video, we're going to go over the Freyja Deck of Fate experience that I had. I did ended up finishing the Deck of Fate for Freyja, so she's fully complete. I will be pulling the cards in this video so we can go through all of that together. Maybe I can offer you guys some tips and how I went about doing the Deck of Fate. If you guys are still working through it, it might actually help you guys out. So let's jump right into it real quick here. So first, I did have to use 3 big soul stones, but you can see here I saved the rest of my soul stones, which I really wanted to do. I really wanted to save my medium ones just because there could be a boost on them in the near future. So I definitely want to save these ones for that kind of event. And although the big ones didn't give as much value as they did in previous events, it's still worth a good amount of points. And usually these big stones don't get boosted, so I didn't worry too much about using these ones, but I used 3 of these ones to bring down my total requirement to 31,000 points as opposed to the full 40,000 points here for the whole deck. So some quick math here. This is from spreadsheets from Saf from HA's Gaming. He updated his previous training and shard calculator to break down summon and training. So based on this, I have 3 Immortal Soul Stones here. It would have taken me about 21,500 energy to finish off this entire deck based off of leveling rank 2s to rank 5s. Show you guys some of my notes here that I took for this Deck of Fate event. So my starting total for silver was 1.44 billion. I started with 19,900 gems, 1,450 mysteries, and each brew 360, 300, 550, and 800, giving me a total of 2,000 brews. So if you look through my account right now, after the Deck of Fate is completed, you can see I have 1.43 billion silver. My gems, 17,200 gems. You can see my brews basically all gone. So almost all my brews are gone. And basically all my mystery shards are gone. So you can kind of see here where my expenditure went. My expenditure went mostly into brews. You can see my gem total is relatively still strong. I only spent about 2,700 gems. So I spent about 2,700 gems here, and that gives me a total of about 8,700 energy. So out of the total 21,500 energy that it was told that I needed based on Saf's spreadsheet leveling champions from 2 to 5, the actual energy I spent was 8,700 energy from gems. I did record some extra energy that I got along the way. For example, I spent 500 of the clan shop energy, about 1,500 energy from all the events, all my inbox energy, and then I factored in about 1,000 energy from doing dailies and just random regenerated energy, giving the total of just under 12,000 energy. So I don't know if the numbers are going to be 100%, but this is basically the best to my knowledge. So I had the starting point here, and then we know our ending point here. Interesting note is that based on all the brews that I spent about 13 million silver just using brews. Another thing interesting to note is that I also completed the artifact enhancement event as well. So the silver that I took to finish the artifact enhancement event, it would have added to our total, which means we probably net positive from doing this training event. Even though we spent 13 million using brews, for example, we definitely ended up net positive just from all the training and grinding. And yeah, in total, we spent 1,850, give or take, brews on this event. About 13 million silver spent just for brews alone. I'll show you guys what I did. I think this is the best way to gain points. For this event, we know that the point totals were reduced for the ranks 3. So we mostly stayed away from leveling up rank 3 champions. To a lesser extent, rank 4 and 5. So basically, the higher value you go, the less valuable they are relative to, previous events or any future events that you might get. For example, like training events. It might be better to save some of the higher ranked so that you can get points in future events. But of course, you're going to have to probably spend, get some points from these ones. You can't just totally avoid them because they are a good source of points. They're just not as good as they were previously. The best way to do this event is actually to level up rank 1s because they didn't really change in terms of their value. So that is the best bang for your buck. Other than that, the first brew you put into each one is also worth a lot. After that, it's going to be, quite a bit more. And for example, if you plan on using energy to level up the champion to rank up, it's actually not worth that much because each level is just not worth much. So leveling up, paying brews or energy is kind of wasted. So you want to spend basically as little energy or brews as possible to fully rank them up and then, feed them off. So for rank 1, I leveled them up all the way and then, ranked them up to rank 2. And then at rank 2, the most efficient way was basically either spend 1 brew just to get the quick, easy points, or to do like 1 run of 12-3 brutal. And that's where I was doing 12-3 brutal. Big difference between 12-3 brutal and nightmare is that you get mystery shards, which you definitely need because I've shown that for me, I started at 1400 roughly mystery shards, and now I'm at less than 200. And that includes basically getting mystery shards from the runs as well. So like I said, I fully rank up the rank 1s and then, make them rank 2s. And then at rank 2, I would do 1 run or 1 brew and then feed them off. Rank 3, same thing. There was some points where I was just using brews to make, 30s so that I could rank them up to 4-star. And then using some brews for some quick points there. Same thing with rank 5s. Stash space is a big deal as well. It's really hard to use. It's really hard to find enough space to accommodate all the pieces. So I'm not gonna lie, it is a super arduous task. I think I played probably like 10 hours yesterday just to get this done. And like I said, I only did, I had pulled 3 big ones. So I only did, 31,000 points out of 40,000 just from pure training alone. But yeah, so that's my general strategy. Basically level up the rank 1s, rank them up, and then every single other one, like 2, 3, 4, 5, you're going to be using brews or energy only for the early stages. Those are the most efficient points. But obviously you're going to have to use some inefficient ways to do this because you're just not going to have space in your stash to, hold on to all this stuff. So eventually you have to like start feeding some of them off just for space. And this is where like some levels of inefficiency is going to happen. So for me, I was definitely very wasteful with shards. So in this case, I was very wasteful with shards. I used a lot of mystery shards, basically opening shards, leveling them up cheaply with 1 run, 1 energy run from brutal or 1 brew, for example. And then I would feed them off, just feed them into each other. That method is very shard inefficient. So if you don't have a lot of mystery shards, that method is not going to work for you. Then you will have to be basically more shard efficient, but less energy efficient. So for me, I want it to be energy efficient, save as much gems and energy as possible and use shards because I have lots of shards here. I have 56 shards. I don't worry about shard events, but I wanted to conserve as much gems as possible. And by doing that, I basically spend my mystery shards and my brews. By using my brews, I save a ton of energy, and you can see it, basically all my brews are done, and that's totally fine. This is what brews are for. I'm not looking to snipe training events, so this is what it's for. It basically allows me to save my energy, and I get to use this basically dead resource only for taverns. And yeah, in the next couple weeks, I'll probably stack these back up, and then I'll be probably fine for, you know, future training events and so forth. But I don't think this is going to be a game breaker. You would probably much rather have gems available for you if you were looking forward for like fusions or other events and so forth. But yeah, anyways, that's pretty interesting kind of event. Like I said, it took about 10 hours of gameplay yesterday, and I was using, you know, I was sitting at the desk. I was using RSL Helper, for example. If you guys don't know what RSL Helper is, it's kind of this PC tool that we use to help automate some of our play. We use this multi-level function here. We can set food, and then you can kind of set up how much food you want to use, for example, and then the program will help you auto run those champions. This is great, but it still requires you to kind of babysit it. So you can't just walk away and expect it to do everything for you. And also because you don't have that much space in your stash, you're going to have to reload it constantly. So it's not as easy as setting something and then walking away for 10 hours and then coming back and it's done. So it's not that easy. But RSL Helper, big help. But yeah, we did it 10 hours. I decided to do the whole deck because, like I said, the rewards in this deck are pretty good. And you're most likely going to have to flip at least 39. I think the math is like 90% of people will have to flip 39 cards because there's 28 Freyja pieces. But anyways, let's flip them all here on video and see what kind of goodies we get. Hopefully, yeah, we get some goodies to pay us back for our efforts besides just Freyja. We're going to pick all this up. So 2 books of Primal, that's kind of nice, Void Shard and all that stuff. And we do have, like, you know, if we get lucky, we can get some of this. If we go triples, I don't bank on this at all. But the rewards for the triples are actually, you know, pretty good. You got a Sacred Shard here, which is nice, in a mythical book. So let's see what we get here. I always go left to right. So I'm not going to change that. Previously, we had like a pinned card feature, which was, I think, well received. I didn't participate in that deck, but maybe they'll bring it back in the future. Whoa, 6-star epic ore. I mean, that's pretty good for the common one, I think. One fragment Freyja cards are really ridiculous. I actually looked back at the Fatalis deck of Fate back in, I think, February, and Fatalis, I believe, they didn't have the 1 fragment. They had 3 fragments. So yeah, it's pretty crazy that they put 1 fragment here. Ooh, 3 epics. This is the max. Oh, so gross, man. Freaking ham. 3. So gross. I don't want no damn ham. Dang. I wonder what the percentage is for that ham. 50% ham. All right, I think that's gonna be it. No more triple possibility anymore. On the last card, guys, there we go. On the last card, we get the last single fragment of Freyja. We got 2 triple bonuses, which gave us a 6-star epic chaos ore and a ham. So it is what it is. We finished off the Freyja deck of Fate. We finally got Freyja. She's gonna stay here for a little bit and then pull her during a champion chase, and you know, we'll get some value from her there as well. Like I said, guys, this is not an event for everybody. I can definitely understand how people are not upset, are very upset at this deck of Fate, because, you know, we lost a lot of value from what we're doing, lost a lot of value from training, lost a lot of value from the soul stones. But you know what, for me, like, it's a challenge, right? It's a challenge in the end. Even if I spend my resources for it, we got a new champion. She's going to give us some value from a champion chase when we pull her for points. And, you know, after this, we're low on some resources. We're low on mystery shards. We're low on brews. But at the end of the day, we're just keep going with our resource management. And it's going to be a challenge, but we'll make it work. And yeah, I tried my best to be, like I said, energy efficient. We only spent, 2,700 energy, and then we found other ways to make up that energy difference. Like I said, all the brews, we did a bunch of dailies, some inbox energy, some event energy. Yeah, and then we were like a little bit less efficient with using shards, for example. So that way we can conserve some of our gems and energy for future events. But yeah, just my own strategy. Maybe it helped you guys out. Hopefully this video was helpful for you guys. Like I said, guys, level up the level rank 1s and then just minimal investment into the other levels. Get the quick, easy levels, and then get out, use your brews. And yeah, best of luck on the rest of your Deck of Fate. It's a grind, but keep at it. It's 4 days long. And yeah, let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Are you guys still going for Freyja? Are you guys, did you guys start and stop? Are you guys on track and all that stuff? Don't be discouraged. Like I said, it's a 4-day event, so try to space it out. But yeah, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate your time as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one.